This video is sponsored by OWC. This is Apple's 2019 Mac Pro, a powerhouse desktop designed to be customized and spec'd to the max, assuming you have over $50,000 to do that. Now, we picked up the base model Mac Pro, and in this video we're going to unbox it and show you around the new desktop from Apple. Before we get started, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell to get notifications whenever we share a video. Judging by the early unboxing videos that I saw last week, it looked like the Mac Pro was going to be quite a bit of a pain to unbox and set up all by myself, and I definitely confirmed that notion today. With a box being delivered at over 85 pounds, it took me a little bit to get this thing opened up. But after ripping open a few tabs and lifting up some lids and unbuckling Velcro straps? What? Well, yeah, the Mac Pro box actually needs Velcro straps to hold the thing together. But after all was said and done, we are left with this absolute beauty of a machine. I know there will be tons and tons of cheese grater comments down below, or whatever comments you have making fun of this machine. But in my opinion, Apple really did knock this design out of the park. It is expected for a minimum price of $6,000 that you would get this level of quality in a computer, but it's still nice to see this in person anyways. The Mac Pro itself is a very, very heavy machine, but lifting the lid off the Mac Pro was also surprisingly very difficult given the tight fit and the weight to the casing. As I mentioned before, this is the base Mac Pro, and so it comes with the following specs: a 3.5 GHz 8-core Intel Xeon W processor, 32 GB of RAM, a Radeon Pro 580X graphics card with 8 GB of RAM, and a 256 GB SSD. Now, that's nothing super crazy, at least with the base model, but as I said earlier, Apple created this machine to be flexible, and not only is everything easily accessible for the most part, but it's pretty easy to upgrade yourself. At this moment in time, we're going to be upgrading the RAM and the SSD, but we can also swap out the Radeon Pro 580X graphics card for something more powerful like a Vega 2 Pro, or even two Vega 2 Pros. As you can see, there are two slots for that to happen later on down the road. 32 GB of RAM really isn't nothing to scoff at. It's still pretty decent, but some Mac Pro configurations are capable of holding up to 1.5 terabytes of RDIMM or LRDIMM memory. There are 6 slots for each, and while the Mac Pro does support both module types, you can't actually use both types at the same time. You basically will have 6 slots that will be unused. We'll show you how to save a ton of money upgrading RAM and how to do this yourself in a video very, very soon, so be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss that video. Now, as far as the SSD goes, the Mac Pro will be capable of holding 8 terabytes of SSD storage in the future, but right now it will currently max out at 4 terabytes. The Mac Pro features 8 PCI Express expansion slots coming in single wide and double wide slots to allow for some incredible customization options. There is a half-length slot that's currently pre-configured with Apple's I/O card that features one 3.5mm headphone jack, 2 Thunderbolt 3 ports, and 2 USB Type-A ports. Below that, there's also an additional 2 HDMI ports. Below that, there's a power supply and dual 10 gigabit Ethernet ports. There are also 2 more Thunderbolt 3 ports located on the top of the tower next to the power button too for quick access. One last design element that I want to point out is the system put in place in order to keep it as quiet as some users have reported. There are 3 big fans on one side, which is also where the infamous lattice pattern resides when you put the lid back on. And this combination is designed to optimize the airflow that's coming in and out of the machine. Apple stated that this housing is designed to act as a tight seal, which I've definitely seen trying to take this thing off of the machine. And it works with the fan blower as well and the internal ducts in order to maximize thermal capacity. And seeing that all of this in person is definitely making me a believer that this machine should and will remain really quiet, which is just mind-blowing given all the power that's coming out of it. One quick side note, there are other things that are inside of the box, like this very sturdy braided power cable, a lightning to USB cable that also is braided, some black Apple stickers, and one of the nicest instruction manuals with high-resolution glossy images that I have ever seen. It also comes with a new-ish Magic Mouse that has a silver bottom over the space gray bottom that was found with the iMac Pro that you can also purchase separately at the Apple Store. And there's a new Magic Keyboard that follows the same suit that has a silver aluminum body over the space gray aluminum body, which is currently in the Magic Keyboard that you can buy at the Apple Store as well. The Mac Pro is an incredible, well-built machine that is capable of being the most powerful Mac ever, and I cannot wait to get it up and running, and more importantly, start upgrading some of the components myself. So let us know in the comment section down below what Mac Pro and Pro Display XDR content you want to see over the course of the next few weeks. And we do have a display coming in very, very soon, hopefully in the next 2 days, and we'll have a video up on that as soon as possible, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any more of this exciting content. Also, before we end today's video, I want to give you more information about today's sponsor, OWC. OWC offers a wide range of products for your Mac, like internal hard drives and SSDs, memory, Thunderbolt 3 docks, and even storage dock combinations like this new Mercury Elite Pro dock that features up to 28 terabytes of data storage capacity, a built-in SD card reader on the front, and then more ports on the back like dual USB Type-A and USB-C Thunderbolt 3 ports. OWC will also be helping us customize our new Mac Pro with some awesome RAM and SSD configurations that are not only high quality, but also a cheaper option over upgrading from Apple directly. And so I highly suggest you visit macsales.com to check out the new Mercury Elite Pro dock, and if you just picked up a new Mac Pro, maybe check out some of those upgrade options for yourself by clicking that link in the description below. This has been Dan with Mac Rumors. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you around in the next video.